Welcome back to the third part of the hotel management system. Okay guys, what I want to do now is I want to be able to click on whatever date in there, and I would like it to display or to be displayed here. The current date will also be taken care of. So let's exit out. First of all, let's deal with the current date. I'm going to come down here and let's double click on the form. We want form create for the current date. There. So first of all, let me create a variable in here, a local variable, and I'm just going to call that local variable current date. And that is going to be time t date time, enter semicolon. Now we have the current date. So what I'm going to do now is, you see this, my variable here, that is current date. I'm going to grab hold of that, come right down here, paste that right there, and I will say current date equals now. I now need to assign this my current date to this very date here. Let's see, current date. So the name is ETXE current date. So let's grab that very variable name. Okay, grab that and back in here. So right underneath here we say txt e current date dot text, and that will be equals let's get it to date to string. So you have to get it converted first, and what we are converting is current date. Come right down here, paste that in there. There we go. So if I run that now, the current date should be displayed on this very text box. So let's run that and make sure that works. There we go. Now I want to be able to click on how long the customer intend to stay in the hotel, and that should be displayed right in here. Okay, so let's come right there, double click on that very calendar, double click on it. So right in here you can see the event is calendar view 1 change. The event is the change one. So in there I'm going to enter the name of the text box. So dot text, that will be column equals date to string. We have to get it converted first, and what are we converting? That is going to be the calendar view 1 dot date. That is the name of my calendar. It's called calendar view 1 dot date. I think that should do it. So if I run it now, we should be able to get the, when we double click on that, we should be able to get whatever date we want. So I'm going to select, let's assume the customer intend to stay up to 31st. There we go. See that? And 9, 15, 9, whatever. Okay, and that is it. So these two are taken care of. Now that that is taken care of, one other thing I would like to achieve is, when I click how many days the customer intend, or when the customer intend to leave, I would like the total displayed in here. So let's try to do that. Okay, let's go to the design view, and name the name of this. This is where I want the total to be. So that's the name there, copy that, and I'll now double click on the calendar itself there, and let's collapse all of this, collapse this as well. Alright, right underneath here, enter the name of that particular object, and I'm going to say dot text. Now the content in here, that is going to be float, so I want it to be float to string. Open up a bracket. Now since it is date to string, so it's going to be string to date, so let's say string to date, convert string to date. And what am I converting to date? The data is going to be inside txt rent date dot text. Rent date dot text. There should be something like that. That's it. Dot text. I think it's called last rent date, not rent date. Yeah. Okay. So close the bracket, and I am now going to subtract that from, let's grab this. Maybe I should come to next line, and that is going to be txt current date dot text. There we go. I think this should take care of the number of days in the hotel. Alright, let's see. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, that is it. Done. Okay, so have a good look at the lines of code. So I'm going to run it, and let's try that out. So far there's no error. Okay, so let's assume the customer intend to leave December 31st. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So it's already Christmas. Okay, now that that is taken care of, let's take care of this. So come down and let's double click on the exit button. Double click on exit. So with the exit, I'm going to say if message, because I would like it to prompt the user to confirm if they want to exit or not. Dialog, let's say is confirm if you want to exit. Confirm if you want to exit. There. That is the first argument. So let's put a comma there, or we can say, press enter here, and we can say empty confirmation, then square bracket MB yes, comma MB no, and close the square bracket. Then we have a comma there to determine the option we're making, and that is going to be MB yes. And we then say equals, close that and say equals master yes. There. And now let's ask it to, we now want you to actually end the whole process, and we can say begin application dot terminate. There we go. and that should officially take care of my exit. Right, so get rid of this one. I think I have to. So there should be something there. So let's try that out. Run. There we go. Click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. Confirm if you want to exit. Yes, I want to exit. So that is fine. That's taken care of. Let's make sure that's saved. Now, let's work on this currency converter. Okay, let's add a panel first to this currency converter. I'm going to come in here. Let's just get hold of a panel there, and I'm going to draw that. Get hold of that and just use it to cover these. There we go. Right, and I am now going to let's change the font on it. Let's come right here, and where's the font? There we go. Make that bold and just I will make it maybe 28, something like that. No, that might be too much. 24, and I'll just change that to currency converter. So let's come into the thing. Yeah, that is it. Okay, I think that might be too large. Let's reduce the font size, maybe 20. Okay, that's fine. So when you click on this, I want it to disappear. So let's double click on that. That is the name. I think it's panel on click. I want it to disappear. So come right here and say dot visible. That would be equals false. There. Let's see if that's gonna work. I'm gonna run it now and let's just see what's gonna happen with that. There we go. Click on it there, and if I click on this, I want it back. So let's come in here now. Let's exit out, back in here. So that's taken care of now. So I'm just going to kind of like move it aside for now. Then we'll cover it later on, and grab hold of this, double click on that, and we might as well just get hold of this data in here. Copy this and double click on this. Dot visible equals true. There. So that should take care of that. So that's one part of it taken care of. Now let's try it out. See how that's going to work. Run. Now let's try it out. There. Back. There we go. It's working how I want. That's good. Alright, now let's take care of these ones and all of these. Okay, first off, let's go right up here and declare some global variable right underneath here. So let's come right down. Those are the first variable for the calculator, these ones. So, and these ones are going to be for the currency converter. So maybe I should just, so that you guys don't get confused, this is calculator variables. There. Calculator variables, And the next one is going to be currency converter variables. Right, so that is that. Okay, my very first variable, that's going to be, let's say, US dollar. And I think I'm just going to call it currency. There. And there we go. And we have Nigeria and so on. Okay, those are the variables that I intend to use for the currency converter. Now that the variables are in place, I'm also going to take care of let's create a procedure for the zero currency converter. I'm going to copy this and let's come right down here, and I will call that procedure maybe currency converter, one word. Right, one word, currency converter. There. Now that I have my currency converter in place, I want you guys to do this. You hold on to your control plus the shift button plus letter C, so that we can create this particular function right down there. So I'm going to hold on to control shift and press letter C. There we go. Look at that, automatically created. So inside my function here, I'm going to first of all declare the following. Let's say British pound sterling underscore pounds. I'm going to make that double. There we go. And I want to initialize that very variable that I've just declared. Let's copy that, come right down here and paste that in there. I will initialize it with whatever is entered. First of all, let's convert to float. And what am I converting to float? It's going to be txt and then e convert, I believe. Dot text. There. So whatever I have inside that very text box, this very text box here, let's move that side, this very text box here, whatever I have in there is converted. Right, so let's go back in here and back into our codes. Now all of the variables that I declare right up there, where is it? There. I'm going to copy them because I intend to assign values to them. Now we need, where's the function? Let me go back to my function. Since I've copied that, that's my function there. Come right down here, paste. Now the declared variables, I'm going to initialize them as follows. Let's say the US dollar is approximately 1.3, and you guys can also go online and just have a look at the current rate. Maybe I should even do that now. So I'm going to open up the browser and let's come in here. Let's look for USA somewhere right down here, US dollar. There we go. Let's see, the rate is actually 1.3. okay, $1.30. Okay, minimize that. I was very close. Okay, the currency rate of exchange is added. I had to speed that up because I have to keep going back and forth to the internet to check. Alright, that is it. Now that that is done, I'm going to use an if statement to determine the price actually. So let's have a go at just one of them. Now I'm going to enter, let's use an if statement. I say if C, let's get rid of that. If CMB currency, there we go, dot text, if that is equals, let's say USA, then I want the following. I would ask you to begin as follows. So right underneath here, let's say begin LBL convert dot text. No, LBL is a caption. That will be equals, let's say $sign plus the pound sterling. Let's grab hold of the British pounds, and first of all we have to convert float to string and multiply that by the US dollar right there. Grab hold of that, paste that in there. There we go. So that's my very first condition taken care of. Alright, I'm gonna have to take care of others. Let's copy this, copy, and write down here, let's use an else if that happens to be, let's assume it's Nigeria, then we want it to be Nigerian Naira. Copy that and bring it right here, paste, that is the Nigerian Naira, and let's close this off. We have 1 2 brackets, so there's just one close here, close and close this as well. There. So that is the Nigerian Naira multiplied by the British pound sterling will give us whatever the exchange rate is. Alright, so that is taken care of too. But those two countries, I don't have them on the system yet. Alright, I'm going to do one thing. You see here, I want to be able to view, I want to be able to see those names in here. So that is CMB convert. So I'm going to double click on the form. See inside the form create. Let's come right down here. CMB convert dot should I enter, let's enter text in there first. I think I'm going to, instead of adding all the codes here, I might as well create a function, and that will be, I will actually be able to reuse that very function. So let's cut this off from the form create. Scroll right up here. I will create another function right underneath here. So right up here, I'm going to enter, let's say, procedure, and I'll call that reset. There. And I'll repeat exactly the same thing. Just press Ctrl Shift plus C. So make sure your cursor is there. Hold on to your Ctrl Shift and press C. There we go. The procedure is created for me. So I'm going to enter my text in there. Let's say text, the combo box text equals as follows. Maybe let's just say something like choose one. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Maybe I should even clear it first. Let's clear it. Yeah, just paste that in there. Dot items dot clear. There. Now let's enter each countries, and I'm going to start with as follows. Come right here. Let's say dot item dot add. Dot item dot add. I'm going to add, let's go for Nigeria. We have Nigeria there. Now the next one, I'm going to go for the USA. So let's just paste. There. The next one will be USA. Now let's go for maybe Brazil. Kenya. Canada. Okay, let's go for India. And Philippines, or Philippines. Right. Indonesia. Okay, I will add Indonesia and maybe stop it right there. There we go. And that is it. So I'm going to get rid of that. You can add as many countries as you want. The choice is yours. And right underneath I'm going to say LBL convert dot caption, and I want that clear. And also the txt convert dot text, we can clear that as well. There. Right. Let's clear it first. Okay, now that that is taken care of, all I just need to do is now to call this very function inside the form load. So come right here, double click on the form itself. See, that makes life easy, and it actually makes it a little bit tidy, more tidy actually. There, I've just called the function there. You see, when I run it, and let's click on the, yeah, this will disappear. If I click on it, drop this down, and those are the countries. If I close, I get that back. Okay, I'm going to cover it as time goes on. But in here, when I close, I would like it to actually reset. So to reset everything. So now let's go back into that very button there. Double click on the close button and call that same function in there as well. There we go. So if I run it now, whatever country that is selected on the combo box Okay, we select USA and click on close, and that is it. It reset the whole lot. That is very good. Now let's say it's USA that was selected, and we enter USA, enter whatever in here. We should be able to get it converted in here. Okay, when we click on that. So that's what I want to achieve now. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to go back to this very function, the convert function that I was working on earlier, this very one here. Okay, let's go back in there, and right there, that's the function. Let's collapse this. So when I finish this function, we're going to have to call it inside our very button. We can even try it out now. Where is the function? That is it. Grab that, or grab hold of that. Let's go straight inside our very button. Double click on convert and paste. So if I run it, I should be able to take care of those two countries that I've already entered. Let's say USA and change that to whatever. There we go. Look at that. And let's say you change it to Nigeria. There. So those two countries are fine. So let's go back into my codes here. So back in here inside the function, I'm just going to copy this and change it around for the other countries. And the next country that I'm going to go for, let's go for Canada. And Canada, that is Canadian dollars. Grab that, bring it right down here, change that to Canadian dollars. I think it's C $. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's take care of, let's say we want to take care of Philippines. Grab hold of that and change that. This becomes Philippines, and this is Philippines as well. Now we need the Philippines currency symbol. You can always get that here. That is it. I'm going to copy that and paste that right here. There we go. Philippines taken care of. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 countries taken care of. So let's speed up the other countries. Copy that and just paste. We have 2, 3, 4. There we go. So I'm going to speed up these 4 countries. Now the next one, let's go for Indonesia. And just paste that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Indonesia here, and Indonesia here. Delete this. Right. India. Let's see, India. Where's Indonesia? Yeah, we have India right here. And there. That's India taken care of. We need to get the symbol as well. Brazil. The yellow hole of Brazil, and right here underneath here. Put the name Brazil here. And get rid of all of these. Right, Brazil is taken care of. Now, do we have Kenya there? Okay, I'm gonna get hold of Kenya. Come right down here. I think Kenya will be the last one. Kenya there, and that will be, that's Kenya. There we go. Now all I then need to do is just to change the currency symbol for these countries. Let's look for Indonesia symbol. Copy that, come right down here, grab hold of that, change that to Indonesia one, and search for that. Okay, it's either IDR or RP. I'm going to pick RP. Okay, Indonesia symbol. There. India symbol. Okay, Indian rupee. Change that. And there. That is Indian rupee. That looks good. Paste that in there. Brazil. Let's see Brazil. And change that as well. Paste. Okay, it's our dollar. Okay then. Change that to our dollar. And the Kenyan shillings. Come right there, Kenyan shillings. Okay, that's easy. KES. Alright, all done. Okay, let's take care of the Nigerian naira, then we can try that out. Alright, that's the symbol right there. Let's grab hold of it here. Yeah. And let's place that here. Okay. So I'm going to save that. Yes, save all the symbols. Now run. Let's see how that works. Okay, let me cover this first. At least there's no error. It's working. So close that and just drag it across to cover it. Yeah, that's my currency converter there. Right. Now run. Okay, it's coming up. There we go. Now make use of a currency converter. Enter whatever amount you want and then select your country. Brazil, convert. Nigeria, convert. USA, convert. India, let's see, convert. Kenya, convert. Philippines, convert. And Indonesia, convert that as well. That's good. Reset. There we go. That is fine. So the currency converter is taken care of, calculator is taken care of, everything is working. And when you click on today's date, you get the date in there. Okay, click on today's date or click on that. That is good. Everything is working now. So all we then need to do is to take care of the calculation and add a database. So with that, for now, I'm going to call it the end of the third part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.